Hi everyone. Next we will look at the strategic execution of Thambapanni. I am Buddhika MSS holding index number 1950006X. This is the agenda for this section. Moving forward. Execution of the strategy is converting the chosen strategy into action for the realization of organizational goals and objectives. To bring the formulated strategy into action, let's first look back into our strategic planning and analysis. In the TOS analysis, we identified that the government's attention over tourism and the increasing demand for tourism as opportunities. Also, Sri Lanka is the most attractive Asian country because of its natural beauty, cultural heritage, and the diverse climate. Then we identified the threats for the business were initial cost associated with starting up a business using VR and also the lack of internet access in Sri Lanka. Next step is to identify the character portfolio of the business. What we have as Thambapani. We have knowledgeable people as developers, assets to execute the business required like hardware equipment, we have software required for content creation, the required patents. Then what we do in the business? We use special method like utilizing high quality software for combining contents, audio editing to ensure providing immersive and authentic experience. We provide a unique way to explore Sri Lanka, collaborating with the localities to build true picture of Sri Lanka. So who we are? We are the most preferable recognizing we are tour guide in Sri Lanka. We are different from the available competitors like Verbo, who just focus on accommodations rather than travel experience. We highly focus on quality and the consistency of the content. As we discussed earlier, we are ensure the authenticity and immersive experience throughout our business. Identifying opportunities and threats are not just enough for executing strategies. So, combining our opportunities, threats with the organizational character portfolio, we can score them and design the actions. For example, we plan to partner with the government and to cover up initial equipment cost associated and also to promote internet access in rural areas. And also, there is a rising demand for tourism. We target the markets like active travelers from both local and foreign, cultural preservationists, and young professionals. And one of our key strategies is to promote Sri Lanka into global. So, combining our skills, we develop VR tours that showcase Sri Lanka's diversity. Our next strategy execution method is revisiting our goals and objectives. Our goal is to become the leading platform which showcase Sri Lanka's beauty through VR technology, but this won't become a strategic goal without being smart. Smart means creating specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound goals. One of our key strategies is combining past and future with immersive VR content creation. We start with setting up a goal to develop and launch 10 high quality VR tours showcasing Sri Lanka's diverse cultural and natural heritage within next 12 months. Considering our sustainable tourism development strategy, our goal is to feature at least 5 eco-friendly hotels in our VR tours promoting responsible tourism practices within next 9 months. To promote Sri Lanka globally, we try to achieve 10,000 unique users within next year with a focus on attracting international travelers. The next method is to incorporate key performance indicators which indicates the progress of attaining goals. We can consider number of VR tours completed, average user engagement time per VR tour, customer satisfaction ratings, user engagement with sustainability contents in VR tours, website traffic, number of views to measure the progress of attaining goals that I mentioned before. The next execution method is we are creating a balanced scorecard. A traditional business always look into its financial objectives, but we, being a strategic business, especially being in the tourism domain and also incorporating technology, look into other strategic aspects as well, such as customer, internal processes, financial, learning, and growth. The first perspective is customer. We set the objectives to increase customer satisfaction with VR tours and to attract new customers. So the measures would be customer satisfaction rating. The next perspective is financial. The objectives are increase revenue from VR tour sales and to optimize operational costs. So the measures would be VR tour sales revenue, cost per VR tour creation. And the next one is internal business processes. We set objectives to enhance VR tour content quality and consistency. And the measures would be number of VR tours completed on time and the defect rate. Then the last one is learning and growth. We set objectives to develop employee skills and expertise and to foster innovation in continuous development. And the measures would be employee satisfaction rating, number of new VR features implemented. So here we have clearly set our goals and objectives and we communicate them among all our members in the business. Let's look at how we do resource allocation and management in our business. Considering our strategy combining past and future through VR, we ensure that our developers have necessary VR development skills in 3D modeling and in UX designing to give aesthetic look for the content and to give seamless navigation experience to the user. To execute the strategic community empowerment, we train the members well by partnering with educational institute to provide advanced VR development training. Considering technologies, as we mentioned earlier, we invest in high quality, scalable hardware and robust server capabilities and software to create captivating content and to ensure optimal performance and reliability. Also, we develop a mobile app for VR tours with features like multilingual support to execute our promotion strategy into global. Considering partnerships, we make strategic partnerships with local tourism organizations, tourism board, and with government and with educational institutes that we can attract funding and support. As we mentioned earlier, we partner with influencers, content creators, and related businesses as both businesses can grow together hand in hand with these strategic alliances. Now we will see how Thambapanni strategically manage the operations. Here we manage different processes such as generators, facilitators and sensors. Generators are the activities that directly involves in generating user value. Uh, for example, we are content creation and application development in our business. Next, we have the facilitators which enhance the business operations. For example, we coordinate technology development and procurement to support VR content creation. Then the sensors, which are the processes that sense, capture, report various circumstances related to the business. So here we do a market research and get customer feedback frequently. The next method we are using for operational management is we combine activities for value generation. Here we use a holistic approach combining both primary activities and supportive activities in our value chain. So combining operations and firm infrastructure, we implement interactive features to enhance user engagement and immersion. Combining marketing and human resources, we implement comprehensive promotional strategies including social media, targeted online advertising, and promote them in international audiences. Next, we identify the key audience segments like travel agencies, hotels, budget travelers, and educational institutes, and we deliver the values and associated value to each segment. And also, we develop a strategic partnership, as we mentioned earlier, like with Tourism Board of Sri Lanka, government, and engaging them clearly communicating the goals and objectives to strategically achieve them. Last but not least, let's see how Thambapani manage the risk. So, there can be a possible risk of low customer attraction for paid VR tours due to price sensitivity. We can offer a tiered pricing model with varying VR tour lengths and features. So, and also there is a possible risk of data breaches and unauthorized access. to sensitive information, we implemented robust cybersecurity measures, including data encryption methods and access controls. Also, there is a challenge of promoting awareness about benefits of sustainable practices and responsible tourism within local communities. As the solution, we try to partner with local NGOs, workshops, and train sessions based on responsible tourism, educating tourist guides to mitigate these risks. As you see, we have a comprehensive strategic plan to make Thambapanni VR Odyssey be the leading platform for celebrating Sri Lankan's heritage, cultural, and landmark via VR technology. Thank you and stay tuned.